has over 75 Google reviews, but right now they actually have over 6,000 customers that have actually been to their comedy show, but only 75 have left Google reviews. Today I'm launching their review system live. In about 30 days, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to show you exactly what happened. This is not a cherry pick case study, not a look what we did already case study. You are seeing this from day one live. In a few minutes, I'll show you the exact launch email that I sent her. I'll show you the review projections, including the number that I think that we can hit realistically. And there's one big weakness in her customer list that makes this case study even more interesting. By the way, my name is Jackie O'Quinn. I'm with RealRapidReviews.com. This is my business. We normally help local service businesses get more Google reviews. More Google reviews usually leads to more calls coming in from the Google Map Pack. We typically help roofers, plumbers, garage door companies, gutter companies, landscapers, exterminators, other local service companies, anyone that is a local service business relying on Google. The goal is simple. The more real reviews we get them from their real customers, the more trust people are going to have when they see their Google business profile, the more likely they are to show up on the Google business map pack. And thus, of course, the goal is to be able to get more calls coming in from Google. I had a previous business that's a client that said he was getting magic phone calls from Google. He was talking about his Google business profile because he had such a great result. He had such a great result from people who called from his Google business profile. Now, let me just kind of show you why this matters. When someone searches for a local business, this is often what they end up seeing first. Right here, I put plumber, my city, state. You could also put plumber near me, for example. Most homeowners are not going to do a lot of deep investigating. They're not going to come down here and click more. Most people know this is an ad, sponsored plumbers. Most people know this is an ad. So they're not worried about the ads. They want to see the real results. So they come down here. If you're not showing up in the top 3, you're not going to typically get a phone call. Nobody's going to click more businesses and find you on page 40, for example. But this is where the comedy case study is going to get interesting because they're not a plumber. They're not a roofer. They're not a normal home service business, which most of our clients are. So the strategy here has to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you what we're doing with these guys. It's a little bit different. This is the comedy series. Let me just show you this. They put on live comedy events all over Michigan, as you can see right down here. So their Google reviews aren't just about getting phone calls for them. For them, their reviews help people feel much more comfortable about buying a ticket. Someone sees an event online, they see an ad somewhere, or they happen to see it on Eventbrite. They wonder, is this legit? They go Google the business, the comedy series right here, Frankenmuth, Michigan. The more reviews they have, the more credible it looks. 75 Google reviews. Behind the scenes, they have over 6,000 customers. This is the problem. They have customers, they have the shows, they have the audience. They have clients who obviously have real experiences with them, like them. They have a lot of repeat business. They have a loyal following, but they don't yet have a consistent review system in place. Most businesses don't have a problem with having happy customers. They have a follow-up problem. They have a review problem. They forget to ask. The staff forgets to ask. The timing is wrong where the customer leaves happy, but nobody happens to follow up with the customer. So in her case, reviews usually happen when Melissa personally ask from stage. If she's hosting the show as the MC, if she remembers the ask. But if someone else is also hosting or if multiple shows are happening, obviously she can't be in multiple places at one time, the review ask may not happen from stage. That means her review growth depends on memory, timing, and employee training. And that's dangerous for any business. Now, here's the part that makes this launch a little bit tricky. Her list is big. But the list has one major limitation. I'll show you that inside the launch email. Now, this is the exact launch email that I sent her. I literally am sending it from my Yahoo account right here. She's starting out with 75 reviews. She gave us a list of 6,420 past customers. That sounds like a massive opportunity, and it is, but not all contacts are equal. In her case, 90% of her contacts don't have a phone number. It's email. Now she is getting phone numbers every time someone purchases a ticket, so she can follow up with them and let them know when the next comedy show is. So unfortunately, we get a pretty low response rate when it's just emails. Normally, we would expect 5 to 15% of all past customers, when we reach out to them, for them to be able to leave us a review. but you got to decrease that total response rate by 70% if we only have emails. That being said, a lot of marketing agencies only show you the polished result. I want to show you the actual launch, the imperfect list, the real projections, and I'll come back and show you what happened. Now, if you want to see the 30-day upgrade date, go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel because I'm going to show you the results either way, no matter what happens, good, bad, or ugly. If it works, great, I'll show you. If it underperforms, I'll show you what we learned. Now, let's just take a look at the actual projections that we have. Based on her list, based on the fact that we typically see 5 to 15%. Now, this is home service businesses. This is the first time I've ever done a traveling comedy club before. But based on the 70% low response rate, typically we would see between 67 to 202 new reviews. Now, this doesn't happen fast. We trickle this in over several weeks. Well, actually, because of a list this size, it will probably take us 3 months or more to be able to get those out. I'll have to kind of experiment with that and see how it goes. We don't want to overwhelm Google with a bunch of reviews because Google doesn't know that it looks like a shady marketing tactic. It looks like we are reaching out to buying reviews or fake reviews. We got to trickle these in over time. Reaching out to real customers. Now, Google's going to be able to tell as customers leave reviews, they can tell by the cadence and the messaging that people leave that it's actually real humans leaving reviews, believe it or not. I told her because it's a comedy club, it's not a home service business. And I reached out to her separately and told her, hey, we may see half of this projection. I put this in here because this is what we typically see with most home service businesses. And most home service businesses they have phone numbers. So we don't get this lower response rate. But in all fairness, most home service businesses aren't having, a customer list of active customers over 6,000. So that's the advantage that she has for sure. Now, going forward, just so you know, we should see somewhere between 10 to 30%. I would bet you will see closer to that 15, 20% of her customers leaving a review. And that's going to be going forward, literally probably starting this week at the show that she has with John Heffron. Couple things that we do, and I guess I should show you this for her. Number one, I'll go through the bonuses here in a minute. Number one, we look at her past review customers. We do a review reactivation campaign. Then that means we reach back to everyone who's already attended a show, and some of them have been to many, many shows. Then what we do is we set up a review process ongoing. And we take care of all this for her. So she doesn't have to worry about who's going to ask at the show. I still encourage people to ask. It doesn't hurt, particularly if you can do it on a stage. But the truth is, most of my clients, once we take over their review follow-up, they don't do it at all. And we still see somewhere between 15 to 30% of most people's customers leaving a review. And it's almost always a 5-star review, by the way. Now, here she's not going to have to worry about depending on anyone. We're going to do the review reactivation campaign. That helps us recover any missed reviews. We're going to do the ongoing review requests going forward so that way no future reviews get missed. Going forward, when someone sees an ad or they see something, going on with the comedy series, and they're going to look at it, they're going to see one of these events, and they're going to think, hey, is this legit? Never heard of this before. So they want to know, is it worth going to? Does the comedy series actually put on good shows? Maybe I've heard of John Heffron, but I don't know who the comedy series is. I don't know what that's all about. So what they'll do is they'll typically go to Google. They'll search it on Google. If they search comedy series and city, chances are the comedy series Google map pack is going to show up. And when it does, they're going to see right here their Google reviews. As we get them more reviews, they're going to show up over a larger and larger service area. So they'll actually show up more often. Now, Melissa herself isn't as worried about that because they travel all over the state, even throughout the Midwest sometimes. For her, it's just about two things. Showing up so she's competitive with competitors who may be people who go to other comedy shows, comedy clubs. Also, it's about giving her additional credibility. So when people come here, they see there's 75 reviews. Eventually, there'll be 100 reviews, then 125, then 150. Eventually, she'll have hundreds and hundreds of reviews. So there'll be no doubt. There'll be fresh reviews coming in all the time. There will be no doubt about the fact that the comedy series is a legit organization putting on top-notch comedy shows that people are laughing their butts off. And those reviews are going to be the proof that people are looking for. Now, let me just quickly show you the bonuses that we're adding. And she didn't even know about all these bonuses. And a lot of businesses don't think about these bonuses. We given her a review widget that she can put on her website. And at that point, this is dynamically updated with her latest reviews. So it will show all her 4 and 5 star reviews. We're also going to be responding to all of her 4 and 5 star reviews for her. This will keep her Google business profile looking active. It will show that she appreciates her customers, and it will show that she's engaged with her Google business profile, which is what Google wants to see, that you're getting real fresh reviews and that you're engaging with those reviews. This is not the only thing that Google wants to see on your Google business profile, but it is one of the most important things on your Google business profile. The other thing that we're going to do is give her some guidance when she has negative reviews. We have a whole template that she can use if she needs help responding to any negative reviews, should she get them. Everybody can have, when you get hundreds of reviews, everybody can have a bad apple from time to time. Also, we're going to repurpose all of her 5-star reviews as social media posts on her Instagram. We also do her business Facebook page as well. If you want to see the 30-day update, you want to see her real campaign, her real numbers, find out exactly what happens, then I'll come back and I'll show you her new review count. I'll show you what worked. I'll show you what didn't work. And I'll show you whether this system performed the way that we expected. Now, if you want to see kind of the process that we typically follow, the workflow that we go through to be able to help our clients get reviews, go ahead and watch that video above. I'll put a link in the description. You can check that out. Again, if you want to see the full workflow we use to get more Google reviews, watch the next video. That video breaks down the system behind this campaign. I'll put it on the end screen. Then make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll show you the follow-up video coming up in about 30 days. I have another case study that we're about to launch. This case study is going to be for a local remodeling business, a newer business, only been around for about a year locally, and he's relocated to the state of Georgia. So I'm going to be launching his business, and I'm going to be showing you that case study as well. And again, we show you all of our case studies from the very beginning, and then we follow up in real time, so you know that we're totally transparent with what we're doing. At the end of the day, we're an advocate for your business here at realrapidreviews.com. And if you appreciate that, do me a favor and smash that like button. We look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks for watching.